Hey everybody, Austin here again with another pinball machine gameplay video. Today it's going to be Starship Troopers, a game by Sega from 1997. As usual, this is actually a game I previously recorded. The commentary is post after the fact, so this is not a live gameplay session. The purpose of this video is to sort of just tell you what's going on Starship Troopers to give you an idea of the things you can do on the game. Starship Troopers is actually a really fun game. It's probably one of the better Sega pinball machines. Maybe not because it's super deep or anything like that, but for more experienced players, it does have some really good risk versus reward situations that you can find yourself in through putting in some good work. Now, it's also got your basic multi-ball modes, it's got some mystery awards, and I'll talk more about those things as we progress through this video. And as usual, if you would like a non-commentary version, just check the description box below or my YouTube channel, and you can see a non-commentary version of this exact same gameplay. So the main goal in Starship Troopers, if you're trying to play for, say, a wizard mode, you need to advance through your planets to Klendathu. And I actually just advanced the planet completely by accident, and I'll get into that in just a few moments. But when you advance the planet, or when you start the game, the goal is to hit your colored side stand-up targets. Those are bugs, quote-unquote. And there's a bug counter in the middle of the playfield between the slingshots. There's this LED display that's underneath the playfield that tells you how many more bugs you need of a very specific kind. And so green targets relate to the green bugs in the middle, red targets relate to the red bugs in the middle, etc., etc. They all have technical names, but I don't know those off the top of my head. So when you kill a certain amount of bugs, you have two choices. You can either hit the right scoop to advance to the next planet, or you can hit the far left saucer, which is actually covered up from a top view, and that'll start a nuke multi-ball, so you can nuke the planet after you've killed all the bugs on the planet. Now, what's really cool about the nuke multi-ball is the fact, for one, that you can just choose to not play it yet. You have to eventually nuke all 5 planets if you plan on getting to the big wizard mode, which is Klendathu. It's your sixth planet. But if you put off each planet, say you want to nuke 3 planets at once, well, the jackpot value and the super jackpot value in nuke multi-ball is worth a lot more if you try to nuke multiple planets at once. And if you nuke all 5 planets at once, or your 5 main planets, your 6th is the wizard mode, the values are just crazy in that mode. So that's where your risk versus reward comes from. You hit your side bug stand-up targets, and then when you've killed all of them, you ask yourself, well, do I want to play the nuke multi-ball, which is 1 planet, for really small jackpots? Or do I want to collect the hurry-up and just advance straight to my next planet without playing that multi-ball? And that's a really fun strategy for me to go for, and I tried to go for it a little bit in this video, but failed. So I'm going to also play out the main multi-balls, and this one I'm working towards right now is called Orbit Multi-Ball. And if you're playing in competition, Orbit Multi-Ball is probably what you're going to do all day, because Orbit Multi-Ball is actually very lucrative, and it's very easy to just keep a rhythm going and just play it out all day. So basically what happens, if you hit any of the in lanes, it'll light the opposite orbit sometimes. And if you successfully hit that opposite orbit when it's lit, you'll add a letter to the orbit multi-ball, and you'll eventually lock a ball, and then after locking 2 balls, you'll start orbit multi-ball. And the goal in orbit multi-ball, as you could probably tell, is to hit the orbits. We're actually in that multi-ball right now. And one of the fun things about this multi-ball is you can actually just cradle up on the left-hand side on your left flipper and shoot a ball up, get a jackpot, and there's a magnet up there that'll grab the ball and feed it back to your right-hand side scoop, and it'll feed it to your little mini flipper. And if you can drop catch it, you can just fire it right back to that left orbit. You don't have to do anything with those left balls on your left flipper. And as you can see, I did it a couple times there. And if your machine is set relatively kind, if it's playing nice to you on that kick out from the scoop, then you could literally just do this all day, and that's where most of your points can come from. But for the sake of boredom, I don't do that. There's another multi-ball. It's called Live Fire Assault Range Multi-Ball, and I actually have a video of this just specific multi-ball on my YouTube channel already. But there's actually a moving target on the right-hand side of your left ramp. It moves back and forth. It's called the Warrior Bug that's actually attached to it. It's actually a really cool toy. I haven't really seen that used in other places in pinball. It's really neat. But to... Actually, it looks like we've... no, we're in the nuke multi-ball now. So let me explain that. So basically, I'm choosing to nuke 2 planets at once. And so the nuke value is 2.5 million. And when the super nuke lights, it's worth 25 million. Now, if you play 1 planet out on the nuke multi-ball, I believe the jackpots are only like 1 million or 1.5 million, and the super nuke is only like 10 million or something like that. So as you can see, just by playing 2 planets at once for the nuke multi-ball, the value is just significantly increased. Now, the big ultimate goal, if you really want to blow the game up, not literally speaking, is to try to get all 5 planets nuked at the same time. The jackpots are just off the charts in that regard, and that's how you can really blow the game up. If you want to do some grand champion scores on a game that's been routed for a long time and already has high scores, that's probably what you're going to have to do. That or play Orbit Multi-Ball all day, which that'll be a grind. It won't be that much fun. So that's Planet Nuke, and I just call it Nuke Multi-Ball. But back to the Live Fire Assault Range Multi-Ball. Again, there's this Warrior Bug that has this moving target underneath him. And if you hit that moving target a certain amount of times, the target eventually moves all the way back, revealing a scoop that you can drop the ball into. And that starts the Live Fire Assault Range Multi-Ball. It's kind of a mouthful. But the goal in that multi-ball is to hit your ramps. Both ramps are lit for about 3 million jackpots. And you can also hit the Warrior Bug target to advance towards the Super Jackpot as well. After you collect a certain amount of jackpots, you will start... you'll collect the Super Jackpot, which is worth about 15 mil. So the main Live Fire Assault Range Multi-Ball is ready, and it just started. So again, it's going to kick a bunch of balls out. That's how this game works. There are no physical ball locks in this game. And so multi-ball started. Both ramps are lit blue. That's the jackpot inserts. And again, I believe they're worth about 3 mil. What does the DMD say here? Yeah, about 3 million. We'll just call it 3 million even. And again, if you don't want to pick up jackpots, but you still want to progress towards your super jackpot, you can just hit the Warrior Bug stand-up target, the moving target. Sometimes I find that's easier. My game was actually extremely steep. I had the legs maxed out all the way, which I shouldn't have. I should have lowered them down a little bit. But sometimes I found it was actually easier just to hit the Warrior Bug stand-up target to progress towards my Super Jackpot. And I just got the Super Jackpot, and that's worth, pretty sure, yep, 15 million. Something to note on Live Fire Assault Range Multi-Ball, and I believe this is the only well, not the only mode in the game that does this, but a lot of Data East and Sega games had no grace period after a multi-ball. So once the ball drained and the multi-ball was out, all jackpots were gone. However, Sega compensated on this game, and I'm not sure if they did this on any other games before they turned into Stern Pinball, but when multi-ball ends, the jackpots actually stay lit on the ramps for a few seconds. So you actually have a couple seconds to collect another jackpot when you finish your multi-ball. So I always found that to be really neat, because Data East and Segas are always notorious for the second the mode's over, the mode is literally over. There is no grace period at all on Sega machines. So we're going to go ahead and just play the rest out here. I don't recall how far I get. I think I might have just got to the 3rd or 4th planet, and that was it. I might have played another Orbit multi-ball. But something else I did want to explain is you have your ramps are always permanently lit for upgrading your recon level. If you collect both ramps, light both inserts solid, your recon level increases. And you can go from recon level 1 all the way up to recon level 5, and I understand there might even be like a secret recon level 6. But basically the recon levels are tiered groups of rewards. Wow, game's already over. Okay, it's a tiered groups of rewards basically. With the recon level 1 being like kind of your basic awards, where recon level 5 is like start multi-ball, or light multi-ball, and more valuable modes. Or there's one where you can just nuke the planet you're on automatically, or not nuke the planet, but automatically advance planet, and I've actually had that on the 5th planet, and it advanced it to my wizard mode, which is Klindathu. And yeah, so that's basically Starship Troopers in a nutshell, guys. You got Orbit Multi-Ball, Live Fire Multi-Ball, Nuke Planet, and you can also advance planets. Hitting the bug targets will, help you work towards nuking or advancing your planets. And there's a couple other things I missed out on, like the brain bug popping up from the playfield, and also the mini flipper usage. Using that is pretty important as well. Yeah, Starship Troopers, really fun game. I do recommend trying it out if you see it. And as usual, if you have any questions about this game, just post some comments below, and I can try to explain more about it there. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you soon. Take it easy.